um, was good. It is currently 5:41 a.m. Can't sleep. A lot on my mind. Um, I we're finna find out a topic to talk about today. Yo, again, I still suck at uploading, man. Like, let me check the last time I uploaded chat. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Okay, the last time I uploaded was December 9th. I don't even remember this video. Long, like a month and a half ish. It's not bad. That is not bad. Yeah, the title was Non-Sleep Deprived Man Rambles. Again. Yeah. Um again, this time I am sleep deprived again. Like I said, I can't sleep. The minute went about 2 minutes somehow. Really fast. So I guess we're already 2 minutes deep inside of this video. Like, no, it's 1 minute and 50. Um I have a topic to start off the video. I'm trying to be more organized with these. Um I want to talk about one important thing. I was talking about this to my friend actually. It's weird how some days, right? Sometimes, a lot of the times, right? Um, a lot of the times, right? I'm very good at giving advice, relationship advice, life advice, shit like that. Uh, you know. But I always sucked at following my own advice, which is weird, right? I feel like if you're able to give the advice, you should be able to listen to your advice. But it it sucks, right? Because I want to be a better person for myself, but I clearly don't want to listen to myself a lot of the time, which is terrible. I feel like you should be able to listen to yourself, listen to your own advice, be a better version of yourself, but that's dick. That's easier said than done in a type of way. Instead of being good at following my own advice, I suck at it, and I try to be the best version of myself, but I suck at that. Sh- Again, doesn't make sense. If I'm giving other people the advice that I should be following, I should be able to be the best version of myself, but I I'm not. I'm barely am the best version of myself. Um and that's the and it's the side of me that I hate. I hate that type of side of me because I feel like I should be the best version of myself, not the worst. And it's like when I look at the things I've done, I'm really disappointed at myself. Because I know for a fact I can be better than this. I have these ideas in my head for things I want to do, the man I want to become. But instead of following like my own type of advice, I don't even do half of the things that I want to do. I try to, but clearly I'm not really good at it. Not really good at listening to myself, I guess. Um, and it sucks, right? Because I've been out of a relationship for like 9 months, 10, maybe a year. I don't even know how long. I stopped keeping track a while ago, right? It's low key not even important to me anymore because it really gets to a point, where it's like, and relationships are relationship. I can care less, right? Because if I did, I probably, I mean, shit, had a girl like me recently. I think I don't know, but you know, I don't really pursue that in a type of sense. It's hard for me to pursue a lot of things nowadays. And then um I recently got into day trading, right? And day trading, I actually really like it. And I feel like it's something I'll probably be good at, really good at, but I keep on just leading myself short, not being the best version of myself again, even though I know how to be the best version of myself. I just choose not to for some reason. And that's what makes me fail. That's what makes anyone fail. But but being able to do it is a completely story, if that makes sense. I just wish I wasn't, in that type of mindset. So to say. Wish I was more consistent, you know. Even with these type of videos, like I actually like being able to express myself, even though I don't expect nobody to really watch these videos. 'Cause it's more like it's a journal for myself in a type of way. Maybe some people watch it, maybe it helps, help people feel, oh, I'm not alone type of thing. But yeah, blah 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 blah, type of, you don't like this, right? You better like this, Meg. Um, but yeah, not being the best version of myself is like top two, top 3% of worst feelings. Like, let's be honest here, chat. Like that feeling is terrible. Like, I don't know how I'm not the best version of myself. I know how to be, but do I choose to? No, for some reason. Wow. Wow. Are we dead ass? I think I lost all my money, chat. Unfortunate. 21. Okay. But like I said, easier said than done. Uh, Easier said than done. It's really hard to try to be the best version of yourself when you don't even know how to listen to your own advice. You don't even know how to follow your own type of idea in your head, because you kind of ignore your idea in your head, which is how you. This guy's gonna get a 20, which kind of just told you. It's kind of like, really, like, are we serious? Type of thing. Because I feel like I should be the best version of myself. I know how to be, but do I choose to? No. And it's like, again, oh, if you know how to do it, then why not just do? It's just, it's harder to put it into words why. Because like in a type of ways, like, I sound like a broken record. It's easier said than done. It's like, it sucks because I wish I can be the best version of myself, but I feel like I'm failing myself every type of time I try to be. I go on this, like, you know, a huge run, like big ass run, where I'm doing good. Like, oh yeah, You're doing exactly what you need to. And then out of nowhere, I just fall off of myself. And that right there is what kind of scares me in the type of way. What fails me, because then it's like, bro, you don't even like. What's the point of doing all of this? You know, what's the point of being this and that? Okay, the odds of that happening is very low. But what's the point of doing all of this? What's the point of doing like trying to be the best version of yourself if you don't even listen to yourself? And to be honest, I just don't know the answer to that. You know, it's so weird thinking about it, right? Because you would think that, hearts. Wow. You would think if you're good at giving advice, you'd be good at following your own advice, but clearly not. I know. Um, There's probably somebody who feels the same way. I mean, I've met people who thought the same way. Like, I'm good at giving advice, but I'm not good at following it. Which, I feel like that shouldn't be the case. But it's one of those things where you kind of have to hit them. Do what I say, not what I do type action. But yeah. What's the next topic that we can talk about? Ooh, well, I'm getting really unlucky right now. It's another topic I can talk about. Ooh, the feeling of failure. I I think I've covered this before. Right. I don't know. Like I said, this is like a journal thing, right? Kind of just go through my thoughts, say the things that I'm feeling. Ooh, massive. Think I made back my money. That's massive. And I also need to look for new games to play. What to record because I last time I did a recording, I did a Red Dead. Well, no, I did schedule one and I did Red Dead Redemption one. Then I did do Sleeping Dogs. That was pretty fun. But I need to find my feed sometimes like when I get into this type of like emotional state, I randomly see these type of videos where they're playing Minecraft, right? Get mad views, bro. And they're low key fun to watch. You know. All right, let's switch games, right? It's probably a crazy thing, kind of do in the middle. Let's switch games. Let me see what games I have. Uh, Hold on, chat. Trying to find a game. If I have any games, any single player games. I mean. Uh, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. All right, we're gonna go black screen for a little bit. This will probably be cool. I should make a list of things. Think list of things I want to talk about in these type of videos because it allows me to expand my mind. Oh, I might be getting a new job soon. Getting into like construction type of thing. It's kind of cool, I guess. We're doing interior design, so it's like that's pretty cool. for the most part, Hold on. All right, let's see if this works. I gotta download all of these things. This doesn't work to this day. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Please not lagging. But you know, how the fuck? Yeah, like I said, man, I'm starting a new job soon, which is kind of cool. I'm excited for that. Um, meet the game chat. I don't trust people. Let's see. That's what we're talking about. I don't. You can't really trust people around here. Okay, how the fuck do I go? Um, damn, I really do suck at these type of videos now. Um, yeah, I'm starting a new job. I'm doing it with my kind of best friend. He's me and him really good friends, shit like that. So I'm excited for that. We should be making pretty good money, and hopefully I get a car, man. I'm I don't know, man. I'm 20, just turned 20 recently, January 4th. Shout out my birthday. Um, and to be, bro, I just feel like a loser, bro. I hate the way I live. I hate the way I act. A lot of the times, I hate the way people kind of perceive me in a way. Cause like most people, the way they kind of look at me, oh, it's I don't want to say my name, but they just kind of like they call me by name. Oh, it's just this and that, you know. It's just Jonix, you know. Like that's just the way he acts, you know. It's just the way he is. We don't question it, you know. It's just Jonix, like which is cool, I guess, you know. Like hip hip hooray. And it's like they know me as like, especially at work, you know. I don't take my job very seriously, which I used to, but I really don't because I really do hate this job that I currently work in. Um, um, when I'm working at Panda Express, you know, hip hip hooray, fat chud ass job. Is the job bad? No, it's okay. I get paid good. I get paid 18 right now. Highest paying job in the area, so that's pretty cool. for the most part. I haven't surfed in like 2 years, so I'm sorry if the surf gameplay is annoying. But yeah, um, it's kind of like the life I'm living right now. I'm living rent by rent, bills by bills. It kind of started when I was 18, right? My dad died almost 2 years ago. So when that happened, I kind of took, when I'm the youngest, I'm the youngest in the family, but, you know, kind of happened, not much to complain about. Most people will, but I don't, I don't got time to complain. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Complain, there's like no reason to complain about any of it. Uh, there's like kind of like no point of complaining anymore. It's like whatever it is, it will be I eventually, I guess. And I don't try to. I'm trying to get better at looking at things the bad way. Again, easier said than done. Um, do Utopia. I love Utopia. Um, yeah, easier said than done. I'm sorry. It's 6 a.m. I haven't slept. Ooh, yeah. Recently, some days the loneliness be getting to a motherfucker, man. Like sometimes that should be getting to a motherfucker. I forgot the controls on these servers. I haven't played Utopia in so long. Let me turn on this game. It's like loneliness has been getting to me a lot sometimes. What you expect, man? You've been single for so long. Speaking out loud, but yeah, you've been single for so long that kind of happens. Kind of sucks. Kind of wish I wasn't, like in this type of mindset. Most of the time, I'm kind of just not feeling all there in the head. Yeah. Doing live commentary while you're doing shit like this is way harder than I expected. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shit is low key hard, chat. I just locked in real quick. I'm really am trash. I don't. So okay, let me explain a little bit about myself. I used to work with content creators, right? Helped a lot of content creators. I know how YouTube works, right? I know my videos with the no thumbnails, shitty commentary, not really that attention spanny as type of videos are not gonna perform. I don't really give a fuck, right? Um, I work with really big creators before. Um, it's okay, I guess. Do I really like working with those type of creators? Not anymore. Hate it. Nah. They just kind of ruined YouTube for me, you know? I don't think as YouTube the same anymore because of all of this. So it's like midway of me like not talking. I'm like, damn, not the clip. I think the average duration of the video, AVD, average viewer duration, is terrible. I know it's terrible. You know, I already know it's terrible. I can just tell, you know. Ooh, this is terrible right here. Okay. Might be clutch right here. This might be clutch. And nope. Yeah. I think I got a PB, but yeah. You know, I've worked with a lot of YouTubers. A lot of child content creator. I did kids content. Actually, the closest time where I was actually fully locked in was with one of my friends, right? He kind of just don't talk to me anymore, but it's kind of sad. But at the same time, he's busy, so I don't really expect much. It was with this one dude, right? Used to be an editor for this one guy. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not gonna say either of their names because they're really popular on YouTube now. So he was an editor for this one guy, and then the editor, he was like, "Bro, I always wanted to start a YouTube channel." I'm like, "Bro, let's just fuck it, bro. We should just say fuck it and lock in me and you." You know, my name with them, and then the entire group of people, they didn't trust me whenever it comes to like YouTube content creation. Cause I'm gonna be honest, bro. Editing for them is like fucking terrible. It's like, bro, doing kid content editing has to be the worst shit of my life. You know, that shit is just mind numbing. I just fucked up the run. That shit is genuinely mind numbing. Like, it's the most disgusting shit I had to ever go through in my life. Never again. It's like, can I make kids content? Yes. Am I gonna do it for longer than a week? Hell no. Keep it a buck, bro. That shit is just like, oh, kids content is an easy bag. Just get into it. No, bro. I'm not doing that bullshit. Like, but that's free money on the table. Shut the fuck up. Ugh. I just had an entire argument, right, with nobody. That's how you know I'm losing my fucking mind. That's how you know I'm losing my fucking mind here. And how I feel about these type of kids content shit, man. It's generally the most not mind numbing bullshit I've ever done in my life. Never again, like I said. That's not fortunate. Yeah, never again. I would never do that to myself again. And yeah. So when I was doing that, right, my PC randomly blew up. I went to the gym. I left it on because I was rendering. I was editing and rendering out the video. I'm like, okay, I'm rendering, and then while I'm in the gym, started started thundering outside. Get back home, my PC's off. Doesn't want to turn on. I'm not getting paid a lot at my new job, right? But it's like, I mean, at the job I had at the time, right? I'm like, oh, this is scary. I text my boy, told him everything. It's like, bro, are you serious? Like this and that. Me and him talk, right? And then I told him, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like the YouTube channel, we just started getting traction. We started getting recommended through YouTube. People were viewing, people were watching, people were subscribing, people were liking, right? I think we hit like 10K in one video, and that gave us like 500 subs, right? And I'm like, bro, like, what do I do? I'm like, yo, bro, do what you got to do, bro. If it means replacing me, go ahead and do it. He's like, no, bro, I'm not going to do that. I said, no. I told him, do it. You have to do it, right? Replace me. Do a different channel. I don't give a fuck. Because it's like, in my head, I'm like, what do I look like being selfish, right? Like, oh no, I'm not there, so don't do it. Like the fuck? No. Especially with somebody like him, bro. He's a smart kid, bro. All he does is work, edit for others, but doesn't edit. Like, bro, do it for yourself, bro. Don't worry about me, bro. Fuck me at the end of the day. I'll be honest with you, bro, because like, bro, I wanted him to succeed, bro. I didn't want him to just be an editor, cause like, he didn't complain about it, but I used to edit the videos here and there, so like, I knew how fucking mind numbing that was, right? So I'm like, bro, just do it, bro. Be yourself. He did it, and he ended up with one of the largest kids channel for a while. Then he ended up deleting his entire YouTube, rebranding. Now he's up up again, going up to be another the largest kids channel. I'm proud of him for that, you know. And I tell people these stories are like, bro, why didn't you just ask for a job with him? Cause it's like, bro, okay. He offered me. He's like, look, you got your PC fixed. If you need a job, just let me know. I'll get you in. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. After that entire shit with my PC, it kind of just demotivated me. Cause at that point, it's like, bro, that shit suck. I don't even want to do this shit no more. Get my PC fixed. He's blowing up. And I'm like, bro, I'm so fucking proud of you. He's doing a completely different like type of niche on YouTube. And I'm like, bro, shit is fucking insane, bro. I don't wanna join in and ruin little things or be more entitled. I don't care. I'm gonna be honest, like the main reason I was locked in for is because I wanted him to succeed. And he did. Yeah, makes me happy to this day, so I'm proud of him for that. And it's like I like telling this story because most people I like hearing people's reaction to the story, how different people react, what they would have done, shit like that. Sorry, I was doing my daily dose of nicotine. I caught that. What the fuck? It's kind of nuts. It's kind of nutty. I ain't gonna lie that I caught that. But yeah, I like telling that story because most people react different. A lot of people say, "Bro, I would have taken that job. I would have, I would have texted him, like, yo, bro, give me a job, this and that." But I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'd rather not do something I hate or I don't see a long term future with over what money. I'm listen. So ever since I kind of went on this trading journey, bro, it really has changed my entire perspective. I started trading for the money, but now I trade to see if I can even do it. Cause like it's gotten to the point where it's like, man, money does not fucking matter, bro. I've seen money disappear. Money is not even real, bro. You lose money so fast, you gain money so fast if you know how to do it correctly. Like, that's fucking nutty. Money comes and goes, you make it back either way. So none of it fucking matters. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it just sucks that everything we need is money. Which sounds crazy for a guy who pay bills, take care of his mom and brother. I gotta do what I gotta do. You would think, oh, you got all of these responsibilities, man. Why don't you just do this, do that? Get into warehouse or a trade. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is maybe it's a pride thing, right? I don't like. I don't think it's a pride thing. I think I've always had this type of mentality. As I hate working for other people, right? Oh, but what about the job you in right now? They give me enough freedom where it's like I feel like I'm not working for them, where I'm just kind of doing my own thing at that job. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do the job properly. I do it fast. Close my own way. They don't really question what I do unless I do something wrong, which then they will say something. But that's normal. I like, oh wow, I like jobs like that where they just let me be me. Cause at that point, it's like that's all I really want, bro. Just wanna find my own way to do things, and then try to be the best version of myself. Not rely on others or do things for others, type of thing. And try to be the best version of myself as much as I can, cause that's the only thing that's important. Or try to, like, I'm gonna be honest. I failed a lot, right? I feel like if I, thank you. Um, but yeah, I feel like I failed a lot. I do fail a lot, and it kind of makes me think of myself as a failure when I really shouldn't be thinking like that. Keep on missing that little skip. In reality, bro, I'm not that much of a failure, bro. There's people in worse shoes than me, but it's like, it's really hard to say that when you're like, when you know where you want to be, you have this image of where you want to be and how you want to be, and you keep on like you feel like you stepping like 1 foot forward, and then out of nowhere you're just doing two steps back. Sorry, English is not my first language. Um, where that type of thing, it really does suck. Cause then you're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? When you know what you're doing wrong, right? But for some reason, your mind kind of refuses to fix it, and that kind of thing just ruins your kind of entire like flow state. Say the say the least, right? Or like you're locked in, but you're not locked in, type of thing. Hey, PV. But yeah, and that type of thing, ugh, it gets to you, man. It gets to you fast. Um, you know what? Fuck it. Alright, we're 40 minutes deep inside of this video. I'm gonna tell the story of how me and my ex broke up. Random as fuck, but I mentioned I was gonna talk about it one day. I should probably this should be a separate video, but I don't really give a fuck. It's really not that point, but I feel like it's a good story to tell why I've been single for so long. So I was dating this girl, right? Let's call her J, right? No. J, she was very important. PB again, holy shit, nutty. J was very important to how I came out, like my mindset was, because in a way she kind of saved me. Not like, oh, she saved my life type of thing. She saved like kind of my mental and the way I talk to other people. Cause um, well, I first started talking to her after a let's go with a drunken night. I had a binge with my friends. You know, average. Junior year. Junior high school. Going into the summer of senior. Yeah, like boom. We head into summer of senior. Last year. We're celebrating, we graduated, y'all. Ha. Nah, we ain't graduate, but we're celebrating how we made it past junior year. No, 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 no. Average, average bullshit. So, on that, I went on a 2-day binge with my friends. And then this girl, let's call her Mary, right? Now, Mary, that is nowhere near her name, by the way. That name is nowhere close. Um, Mary, right? A couple days before that, she liked all my highlight story, on Instagram. Feel me? And me being gullible, because I used to be 300 pounds, right? I'm no longer 300 pounds. 215, I box now, which is a massive chat, good for the resume. And I missed that. Wow, that would have been PB again. Um, Not enough speed though. No, that wouldn't have been PB. I'm lying. Like, So Mary, seeing that she liked on my story, and my boy told my boy that, right? And then my boy, he was kind of a part of this friend group with her. Not really. He kind of ignored that group chat. He was still technically a part of the friend group, right? And then I showed my boy this, um, and he's like, "Oh, what you think? You think she cute?" Yeah, she was my type. You feel me? She was a little chocolate. That's my type in women. Yo, chat, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I need to stop dating black women, bro. They've been doing me wrong for years. By the way, that's crazy, right? Because that sounds like I'm being racist, but I'm not, right? That's just that's like an inside joke when me and my friends have. Me and one of my best friend who I'm starting to work with the construction. But yeah, she's been doing you know. So started talking to her, right? Things going well. So my boy kind of put me on. He set that up. Me and her started talking for a little bit, and we're 2 days deep. We have plans. You know, I want. I was smart, right? Because I didn't know how to ask out a girl, man. I was making good money. You feel me? I had a little bit of bread stack up, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna convince my cousin, right? So me and my cousin, to my cousin, yo, I need your help with this. You're gonna, you and your boyfriend are gonna go watch a movie. I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna be like, I don't want to be a third wheel. You're coming with me. Sound slide. You feel me? That shit is so corny. I need to shut the fuck up. Yeah. it worked. Right. So, and then the day before, she calls me. She's like, "Hey, let me get your number." I said, "Okay." Me and her FaceTime. Me and her talking like to like 3 to 4 a.m. What the fuck did that motherfucker say in chat? We're in Copper. No, everything's going good. She's sweet. She's super nice. Very good looking, in my opinion. Yo, I'm selling right now. I think it's the deprivation chat. Yeah, you know, me and her's talking. Everything is going well, right? And then the day of our date, right, about to happen. My dad died. Right. First one to hear about it. I, I was the first person. I might tell that story. That's it. That's an insane story to tell. Probably next video. Um, yeah, my dad died, and my cousin was the first one to know. No, she came to my house. We talked. I'm like, fuck, I gotta tell this girl about everything because the same day they also canceled the movies. It's fucking insane, right? They canceled the movies. All of that shit happened, and then, ooh, that was clean. So I'm like, the hey, I'm sorry, but they canceled the movie, and my dad died. She's like, what? And it led me to a really bad place in my head, right? But at night, she called me. She was like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, not really, but they're calling me, so you helping me out. She was, right? It's like, of course, I got you. And then she kind of just was there for me, as like a major support. And it helped me kind of like not really lose my fucking mind. Cause it's like, bro, having something that's stable like that when everything else feels really unstable. Oh, I saw there. Everything else feels really unstable is like the most amazing thing in the world, right? Like I imagine somebody understands what I mean. Right? Of course somebody understands, man. It's life, bro. Everybody understands everything. But it's like, bro, going from so she was there for me for all of that, right? We're 7 to 8 months deep in the relationship. Everything is going good. Well, actually, no. So randomly, she went like, "We need a break." I'm like, "What the fuck?" This is no. By the way, randomly, and then out of nowhere, she posted on the story she was drunk with her friends, but then she's like, "I miss my man's this and that," which yeah, I'm like, okay, like if you see this, I love you. I'm like, okay, so we're still good. Then a month, right, goes by. She breaks up with me. What the fuck? I had to go to. It's confused me, but like in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna get back with this girl because you can just tell, right? And we're like 4 months deep in a relationship. I'm like, I'm gonna get back with this girl. Then I had to go to school. So after, skip this part. After my dad died, my school they did like a online program, right? I didn't know they had it, but they helped me out, stuff like that, so I can graduate that same school and also walk the stage. Shout out my school and shout out the guidance counselor who helped me and my teacher who talked to the guidance counselor for all of that, right? But yeah, so after all of that kind of happened, right? I'm like, okay, I went back to school because I had to do this assembly type of thing, and I was in my boys' class, right? And then I realized, wait a minute, my boy, if he's in there, my boy's in here. I know exactly who's in this class. 'Cause my girl, my ex now, my girl at the time, she had that class with all my friends. I'm like, fuck, I did not know. And then I seen her, I didn't even make eye contact. I'm just jamming out the music, bro, vibing. And then I wanted to talk to her in that class, but I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Then I went outside, right? Um, Everything went through. I waited for my Uber outside of school because I'm going straight to the gym. I gotta get my gains. Man, I wasn't able to talk to her, and I'm just sitting like perfectly at a random bench seat, and then the odds of her. So one of her friends, they did like a little program in school, so they can kind of get their college thing situated, right? So they would go to like a different type of schooling. The odds of her, like the one time, right? She told me this, like, bro, she never went through this door. She never did. She never went through that side of the door. Never did none of that. The odds of her going out that side of the door, and I'm sitting in front, and I see her. I'm like, hey, and then she see me. She's mad happy. She's like, hey, like, hey, can we talk? Oh, yeah, and she went like, yeah, let's talk. I'm like, hey, how you been? This and that. And then she's looking at me really smiling. I'm like, you can sit next to me if you want. And then I'm like, has everything been okay? She was like, yeah. I'm like, but I can see in her face. I'm like, you lying to me. And she's like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I know, Mary. I know the way you are. You're lying to me. And then she just breaks down crying. I'm like, and I'm like, okay. Like, look, I'm, I know the breakup was affecting you, and I know you're probably just super stressed. She went like, yeah, because she's stressed about getting her college applications and stressed about the at the the school program, schooling in herself. She had all A's, shit like that, right? I'm like, look, she was very like. By the way, this girl, she was like good, good kid. Never did nothing. Like she, like that was her first year ever drinking. Her senior year, doing anything like that, smoking and drinking, right? And then I'm like, look, I understand you stress. If everything okay, then she gave me a kiss. We had talked through it, and then we got back together. And then yeah, that's the story how kind of broke up for like 2 days, right? And then what else happened? Then after that, right, 3 months deep, everything is going well. Then she just kind of like started being really distant out of nowhere again. I'm like, okay. And then she went like, she's like, hey, I'm sorry for being distant. That was because of this, this finals we had, right? They had. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Like, I was really stressed about that, and I really wanted to focus on studying. I'm like, okay, I understand. Kind of wish you would have told me. It is what it is, you know. Yeah. And then it was good for like 2 days. Then out of nowhere, she's like, hey, we need to talk. I'm like, okay. And I'm on the phone with my friend. Well, I'm on Discord with my friend. He's also close friends with her. Well, was. They're no longer close friends. And then looked at my location, right? My gut told me, look at my location. She's outside of my house. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go outside. And then this is funny. She, she said, we need to talk. She then grabs my hand, started holding my hands, and then said, hold on. I said, we need to break up. Word for word, we need to break up. And this is what I told her. No. I said, no, just straight up. I feel like that's real as fuck. That's so based. Wait, Xavier so base? I'm so sorry. That guy's ass. But like that's yeah, I said no. She's like, no, I'm being serious. I'm like, okay, why? She proceeds to say, I don't love you no more. I don't see a future with you no more. I'm like, oh. And she said some other things. I don't know. I went quiet. I kind of went like, okay, well, this is happening. This is what it is. Like I just process everything she just said. Right. That first two sentences, right? I'm like, okay. And then she said some other shit. I don't even remember what she said. It was probably some Gerber nuts either way. She went like, anything you gotta say? I'm like, yeah. And in my head, I'm like, this girl's lying. I'm like, yeah, can I get a hug? So yeah, she gives me a hug full heartedly. And then I did, I did the little, after the hug, I rubbed her cheeks, not her ass cheek, but her face cheeks. Smiled at her. And then she started blushing, tipped her head. And I'm like, all right, like, did I win right there? Yes. But was I really gonna be like, you're lying again? No. Because at that point, yeah, we're just not gonna do that same shit again. I said, okay. The gym membership I was paying, by the way, I was paying. Take me off. Second, God bless. And I went straight back inside. No questions asked, right? Nope, I don't even care anymore. So that happened, right? And then I went back inside. A few minutes later, I checked my phone. See that she unfollowed me, and then she also changed my Instagram nickname. Now, when that happens, right? I figured out that day, right? You can't change somebody's Instagram nickname if they unfollow you, right? So when she unfollowed me, her name was still her name, right? I'm like, hey, how do I change your shit? It won't let me. She sends me a voice message. She's clearly drunk, right? I'm like, oh, okay. And then she's being mad aggressive. You know, she's with her friends. I'm like, okay. And then one of them was, I'm like, oh, do this, do that. And then one of them was like a voice message of saying nothing. Then the third one was a dude being, she's busy, little bro. Yeah. Now, I later did find out, right? Because my boy's dating that girl's best friend, which I got together. They're going good. I'm happy for him. Proud of him. That shit is good. I love seeing my boy happy, right? Later find out that was some dude off a monkey. So whoever that dude is, bro, not gonna lie, you low key made that, getting over her a lot more easier. Cause like she's really weird for that. First off, right? So appreciate you, Bido. So she's weird for even letting him say that, but she was drunk. So right, and then the voice message I said, I can't show y'all because I deleted it. It's me laughing. I said, it's just me laughing on the phone. I want like like me outburst laughing. I'm like, God bless. Seriously, you need it. She is super Christian and she's doing all of this. And then she just liked the message. Which in my head, I'm like, okay, I know you wanted that type of reaction. you didn't get that reaction. No, it made you mad because I found out that you still proceeded to talk shit about me, right? So I know you didn't get the I miss. No, she didn't get the reaction she liked because there's no reason to give her a reaction when she's doing all that. So all of that happened, and then that's how we broke up. Now, when all of that happened, we're 8 months deep. Um, this girl has helped me out mentally, make sure I was good. You know, did all of this. My mom loved her, shit like that, right? And for a little bit, it always felt like a month or two. It fucked me up, right? Because it's like, bro, it's a girl that, she went to my dad's funeral. She was there for me for all of this. And then now we're no longer talk. We're no longer in contact. We're no longer this. We're no longer that. And that type of thing kind of fucked me up in a way, right? It's like, to me, right, that girl, like, really kind of helped me kind of stay the same in a type of way. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Was it IPB? Okay, yeah, a little bit. I was like, in my head, I'm like, bro, that girl was like, she helped me be able to like stay the same in a way. Not like stay the same way, like same person, but like my humor, the way I react to people, the way I still talk to people, be able to still like have full on conversation. She helped me a lot with that. So it's like when that happened, it's like losing something that was very important to me. I feel like I lost a lot. So that happened and it fucked me up for a while. Still kind of, it doesn't really fuck with me to this day, but it definitely affected the way I kind of like how or when I want to be in a relationship. Because it's like, okay, I can, let's say if I try to get into a relationship right now, I, I'm, I'm still struggling, with like money wise because, again, I pay bills and rent. So it's not even like I can be in the same provider, right? Which I do want to be a provider. That's why I'm trying to get this other job, which is a lot higher paying, especially if I get good at it, right? So it's like trying to get that good, trying to get that going, and then maybe I can think about a relationship. And like yeah, so that kind of fucked me up and kind of made me think differently about relationships. And then yeah, so that kind of like fucked me up for a while, and I don't really care about it now. If anything, I don't, nah. When that first happened, I was low key bugging, right? That I'm not from New York. I'm from Florida. I just hang out with a lot of people who's from there, who's from New York, and don't live in Florida no more. Yeah, I was low key bugging. I remember when all of that shit happened. I was on the phone with her quote unquote best friends who's my barber, right? Yeah, the entire time I told him the entire situation. Yo, I'm out here screaming on the phone. She's a smut. She's a smut. Yo, bro, I was just because like, bro, that shit had me tweet. Then I'm like, the fuck am I doing? And then I think a month later, I'm like 2 to 3 weeks, we graduated. This is before graduation. We graduated. And then I'm like, you know what, bro? Yeah, I'm a dickhead for a lot of the shit I've done, right? Because my boy's ex was also graduating. He graduated like a year before us, So I screamed out my boy's name when she graduated. It was funny. That was I know, yeah, but her reaction was funny as fuck. I'm addicted for that shit, right? I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, when we graduated, I'm like, you know what, bro? I'm too old to leave any bad blood, right? I got too much shit going on. So I went up to her. I'm like, hey, just want to say congratulations on graduating. And then she went like, thank you. I'm like, I'm proud of you. It's like, me too. And then she then randomly gave me a big ass hug. I'm like, okay, we're not doing this shit. So I'm like, okay, bye bye. Right. Then I went up to one of my teachers. My teacher, yeah, shout out my teacher, man. He's the one that talked to the guidance counselor. Gave me a big ass hug. And then one like, your pops would be proud of you. Yo, when he said that, yo, I just started bawling my eyes out. I had to go outside. Cause that shit fucked me up when I heard that, bro. Shit fucked me up. I wish he was there. He was there. Yeah. Yeah. So that happened. And that fucked me up for a little bit. Well, not her, the pops thing. That shit really did hit, man. Shout out my teacher, man. And he was there, man. I know he was. But yeah, that's the story of my ex. And it's almost 7 a.m. I've been recording for an hour and 7 minutes. Nobody's watching this video. AVD is down dramatic. Yeah. But I think that's gonna be it for the topics, man. I'm gonna try to start making lists of topics I want to talk about, and then start making videos, Be more consistent. Other than this monthly, this 7 months, 6 months hiatus I be doing. Um, that's gonna be it, boys. Good game. Um, God bless. Remember, God died for us on the cross. I mean, not God. Jesus died for us on the cross. Yeah. Guys have a good one. Peace.